the one, the only, Ben Sion.
Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun on a very exciting day in Mishnah Yomi as we start a new Masechta. We finished Masechta Succah today, and we started Masechta Beitzah. I want to talk about the first Mishnah, Masechta Beitzah, and the first Machlokas between Shammai and Hillel. Beitzah shenol leBiyom Tov. Beit Shammai omrim te'achel. You could eat it. Beit Hillel omrim lo te'achel. And the Gemara explains that really the Mishnah is talking about a case where Yom Tov falls out after Shabbos. And Shabbos is meichin for Yom Tov, because basically every egg which is born today was finished in the stomach of its mother, the hen, yesterday. So Shabbos is meichin for Yom Tov, and the Gemara learns that chol can be meichin for Yom Tov, right? If an egg, if a Beitzah is born on a regular Yom Tov or on Shabbos, the Gemara says that's also asur b'drabanan, because technically b'daraisa Yom Tov is meichin for chol is meichin for Yom Tov. And Yom Tov is meichin for Chol, or Chol is meichin for Shabbos, Shabbos is meichin for Chol. It's only when you have the two together, Yom Tov and Shabbos, Yom Tov can't be meichin for Shabbos, Shabbos can't be meichin for Yom Tov. Because it says, V'echinu asher shiryav, you have to repair it, right? When the man came on Friday, it was a day they could repair it to get ready for Shabbos. When you have two, Shabbos and Yom Tov back together, so there's a problem of Achana. There's different explanations. One explanation, this primarily follows the opinion of Achana the Rabbah, the Gemara explains. Which is the second reason. The Gemara has 4 different reasons why you can't eat it, but the principal reason accepted in the Mefarshim over here is that it's muksa. It's muksa. Chai the Rabbah means it's muksa. Now, normally muksa, you think of like a hammer or something like that. We talked about in Shulchan Aruch Yomi yesterday, a candle you lit for Shabbos. That's muksa. You know, muksa things that you don't use. A phone, your phone is electricity, or different electrical gadgets are muksa because you can't use them. So we said yesterday that there's 2 types of muksa. There's muksa gomer, a complete muksa, and then there's muksa, which is an example like kli shel malach it's a hammer you can use for sarach makomo and sarach kufo. If you need the place of the hammer, you can use it. If you want to crack open walnuts, you can use it for that. You just can't use it to bang in nails. As opposed to, we talked about Neiros, Shabbos, where there's an additional concept of dachye biyadayim. The Gemara Masechta Shabbos, Daf Mehem Abbei says, Reb Shimon holds of muksa, even though he disagrees and says ain't muksa, but not really, because he holds of muksa if there's 2 concepts, if there's 2 things going on. First of all, it's not chasi, it's not roy. For example, a hammer is not roy, because normally it's used to knock in nails. But the second aspect of dachinu biyadayim, where you push it away, I'm saying you did an action to push it away, showing that I don't want to use it on Shabbos. So the Gemara's classic examples, grogos and smukim, you put some raisins on top of your roof to dry, you don't think that it's going to be ready till after Shabbos or after Yom Tov. So therefore, migu diskatza the ben hashmashos diskatza the kol yoma. Once ben hashmashos on Friday night hits, it's asur for the whole day within muksa. And I explain there's no heter or sarah kufu sarah makoma by that when there's the chinu biyadayim, right? Now, this Mishnah Beitzah talks about eating the egg, achilas muksa. It doesn't talk about tiltul. There's 2 isurim by muksa, tiltul and achila, and they're for very different reasons. The reason of tiltul, the Gemara says in Masechta Shabbos, I believe on Kuf Chav Dalet, I think, 124b, the Gemara says the reason you can't be metaltal muksa, I can't move muksa, is because I might pick it up and bring it outside and violate hotzah. It's a gzeira atu hotzah. Hotzah is malchut d'oraisa, carrying from Shuzah Yachid Sharabim. So if I move something which is not normally moved on Shabbos, right, I might forget, right? Shabbos is a special day. If I'm moving around plates and cups, so I'm not going to take them outside because I understand there's a concept of Shuzah Yachid Sharabim. But if I move around things that I'm not accustomed to moving on Shabbos, so I'm already forgetting in one aspect, I'll probably take it out through Sarabim, and it's a good chance, and that's why they made a Gzeira. Now, Tiltul is a Gzeira, which is Derabbanan. Achilas Muksa, I believe, is Del Raisa, and it only falls in a case where this Mishnah, where the Beitzah is Nolda B'Yom Tov, right? Basically Yom Tov. It's talking about Yom Tov fell on a Sunday. Shabbos came before, and the egg was prepared in the hen's womb on Shabbos. Now, that basically is the equivalent of Dachke B'Yadayim, right? Even though it happened by itself in the hen's womb, or whatever the hen has, if it has a womb, it's Dachke B'Yadayim because I can't get access to that. I know hens produce eggs, and I pushed it away on Shabbos before Yom Tov. There's no way I'm using it. So it's not ready yet. So it's like I'm Dachi B'Yadayim. And when it's Dachi B'Yadayim, that's the complete muksa of Reb Shimon, and that's the muksa d'oraisa. When Reb Shimon says ein muksa, right, there's no muksa. he agrees with Kli Shel Malach L'Isra, it is muksa and things like that. He holds ein muksa midoraisa. Unless you have two things. If you have dachi biyadayim, like rokas and smukim, then it's doraisa. And what's the doraisa? The eating is doraisa. When I push something when I eat it, that's a violation of muksa midoraisa. When we learn it out, hachana derabba bechinu esashayaviu. That we learn from the pasuk. Rashi Masechus Beis and Daf Beis and Beis says muksa is doraisa, but only by achila, by eating it. Because when I push something away and then I use it, that's a violation of the pasuk bechinu esashayaviu, which is a bittul mitzvah's essay. However, tiltul is only a gzera derabbanan that you might come to take it out, and tiltul applies even by things where a hammer, let's say, was a Kli Shel Malach L'Isra. A hammer you can't eat. If let's say you had some sort of food or something like that that was a kli, it's never shaykh to be a Kli Shel Malach L'Isra. Food is always muksa makmas gufo, meaning it's complete muksa because you dachi b'yadayim, push it away, and if you push it away, then there's muksa deraisa of achila, right? And when it comes to utensils that are blocked to the Isser, there is only a tiltul. You might come and take it outside because you're forgetting. However, there's a heter, surah, kufa, and surah, koma. So we've basically come very compartmentalized it, very simple over here. There's muksa doraisa, which is when you have two conditions. One, it's not roy, it's not something which you normally use on Shabbos. And two, you pushed it away, like our Mishnah over here. In that case, the muksa is doraisa, but it only in regards to achila. If you would move that, again, it's not achila. Achila was talking about food. But if you don't have both of those conditions, you only have Eino Roy, so then it's, even though Rav Shimon said Ein Muksa, like Rav Shimon, does not mean there's no Muksa D'Oraisa. If there is Muksa D'Rabbanan of tiltul, because you might take it out through Sarabim, and also another nafkamina is that if it's a Kli Shel Malach L'Isra, which is only Eino Roy, then Surah Gufa and Surah Makoma are mutter in those cases. The second leniency over there, I've really helped people understand Muksa really so much with this shir. I hope people listen to this shir and ingrain it well in your minds because it really simplifies all the halachas of Muksa. I hope you enjoyed today's shir. See you in the next one.